Two men climbed a hill carrying raincoats, a bottle of water, and strange lead masks. Hours later, they were both dead, and to this day, nobody knows why. What happened on that hill? It sounds like the opening scene of a science fiction thriller, but this really happened. On a quiet hill overlooking the Brazilian city of Niterói, two electronics technicians were found lying side by side. There were no signs of violence, no struggle, no robbery, just two bodies, two homemade lead masks, a mysterious handwritten note, and a case that has baffled investigators for nearly 60 years. Some believe they were victims of a failed scientific experiment. Others think they were trying to contact aliens, and a few insist they uncovered something they were never meant to see. Tonight, we're diving into one of the world's strangest unsolved mysteries, the lead masks case. It was August 20th, 1966. The sun was beginning to set over Vintém Hill near the Brazilian city of Niterói. A local boy was flying his kite when he noticed something unusual on the hillside. Two men were lying perfectly still. At first, no one thought much of it. But the following day, police climbed the hill to investigate. What they found shocked everyone. The two men were lying neatly beside each other on the grass. They were dressed in expensive suits. Each of them wore a waterproof raincoat. Next to them were strange homemade masks made from thick sheets of lead. The masks had no holes for the eyes. They looked more like shields than something anyone could actually wear. There were no signs of violence, no blood, no weapons. Nothing suggested they had been attacked. It looked as though they had simply laid down and never got up again. Police identified the victims as Miguel José Viana and Manuel Pereira da Cruz. They were both electronics technicians. They repaired radios and televisions for a living. Friends described them as intelligent men who were fascinated by electronics, energy, and strange scientific experiments. They were also interested in spiritual beliefs and unusual phenomena. On the morning they disappeared, they told their families they were traveling to buy electronic equipment. Instead, they boarded a bus to Niterói. Several witnesses remembered seeing the men wearing formal suits despite the hot weather. One shopkeeper later confirmed selling them a bottle of water. Nothing about their behavior seemed suspicious, except they appeared nervous, almost as if they were preparing for something important. While searching the bodies, investigators found the most puzzling clue of all: a handwritten note inside one victim's pocket. It read, 4:30 p.m. be at the agreed location. 6:30 p.m. ingest capsules. After effect, protect metals. Wait for signal. Mask. That was all. No names, no explanation, no indication of what the capsules were. Police searched the entire hillside looking for these mysterious capsules. They found nothing. No medicine bottle, no poison, no containers, nothing. Without those capsules, investigators had no idea what the men had taken. Doctors carried out autopsies, but there was a serious problem. The bodies had already begun decomposing after spending several days on the hillside. By then, any trace of poison may already have disappeared. The medical examiner could not determine the exact cause of death. There were no injuries, no signs of a heart attack, no stab wounds, no gunshot wounds, nothing. To this day, no one knows exactly how the two men died. Over the years, several theories have tried to explain this strange mystery. The first theory is that the men were conducting a dangerous scientific experiment. Since they worked with electronics, some believe they were trying to observe a powerful flash of light or some form of radiation. The lead masks may have been designed to protect their eyes. However, investigators never found any scientific equipment near the scene. The second theory involves spiritualism. During the 1960s, many spiritual groups in Brazil believed certain rituals and chemicals could help people communicate with higher beings. Some believe the mysterious capsules were part of such a ritual. If that's true, something may have gone terribly wrong. The third theory is perhaps the most famous: alien contact. Several witnesses claimed they saw strange glowing lights over Vintém Hill around the same time. One woman even described a bright orange object hovering silently above the hill before disappearing into the sky. Could this have been the signal mentioned in the mysterious note? No evidence has ever confirmed these reports, but they continue to fuel speculation. The final theory is murder. Some investigators believe the two men were poisoned by someone else, but that theory also raises difficult questions. If they were murdered, why was their money still there? Why were their expensive watches untouched? Why would a killer leave behind such a strange and carefully arranged scene? Nothing about the case makes sense. Nearly 60 years later, the lead masks case remains unsolved. No confirmed cause of death, no missing capsules, no explanation for the lead masks. No one knows what signal the victims were waiting for. Every clue only creates more questions. Were they victims of a failed experiment? Were they following a dangerous spiritual ritual? Did they really expect to meet something beyond our understanding? Or is the truth something even stranger? Perhaps the greatest mystery isn't how they died. It's why they climbed that lonely hill in the first place. What do you think happened on Vintém Hill? Share your theory in the comments below. And if you enjoy true unsolved mysteries, don't forget to subscribe for more documentaries exploring the world's most chilling, unexplained cases. Because sometimes, the truth is stranger than fiction.